Here it is. Hope it's good.
You haven't made much effort with it. Do you know what a sharp axe looks like?
Ah. I'll hone it a bit more then.
Get on with it, though. It's holding up my work. Farewell.
Here it is.
You haven't made much.
Ah.
Get on with it. Take care, friend.
Excuse me. How's life treating you?
Not too bad.
Here it is.
Sharp as a scaffold. Without your help, the scaffold.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know how I can...
And what would you want in
I want to pray in the chapel.
the chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned.
You'll keep an eye on the lad, and you'll even have someone to carry you home.
And did he succeed?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then...
Oh, he's...
Oh, aye, but they still...
What does that mean?
that the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down.
Indeed. What was Binyek out?
A certain buxom chambermaid.
I'll be going.
Aye. Farewell.
I'm sorry.
It was nice.
The fourth bell.
You?
Who are you, actually?
Me?
And what were you doing at the pond?
I thought we straightened that out the last... I have no idea.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry. And you are? We both know you're lying.
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back.
They let me out.
Really?
Me? I'm...
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
You're not permitted to be here. Halt! I said surrender!
Guard,
Must you interrupt me at my prayers?
sorry to bother you, but I heard...
You know Thomas.
Well, that's a really long story, but I heard what happened to...
Talk. What do you expect to hear? Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. Them bastards cut him up good. The poor fella.
I heard that that priest of yours has the rosary.
Nicodemus?
Yeah. I heard he won it from Kabat at Dice.
That sounds like him all right. Booze and dice. And consorting with that thief Cabot too.
Well, I suppose he should give it back, right?
He certainly should.
Should I deal with that?
No. But you did the right thing. Maybe that rosary turning up was a sign from above. Wouldn't you like to pray by Thomas?
Could I?
Aye, come with me. I'll take you up to the chapel.
I understand.
The Sawbones was a little reluctant when I told him I wanted to carry Thomas upstairs. The wounded are supposed to lie as close to the chapel as possible. Everyone knows that. Years ago, I heard from a man that something similar happened in Strahlenberg during the Margravate Wars. The Burgrave of the castle was seriously wounded. An enemy rider stuck him with a spear like a pig on a spit and pulled him halfway through the woods. No one thought he'd live to see the morning. But the castle chaplain, Petronel by name, ordered that the Burgrave must be close to the Lord when his hour came. There's this really high tower in Strahlenberg. The locals call it the Trumpet, on account of how it seems to get... I owned 2 eyes on the road to Krakow when I was escorting Lord von Burgo there. When they took the Burgrave up there, spear and all, on Petronel's orders, the next day they were amazed. The Burgrave made a miraculous recovery. They say an angel descended there at night and pulled the spear out of the Burgrave's wound. Ever since then, they keep the spear on display at the castle. I understand the Sawbones. He didn't want to make it tough for Thomas, because climbing up to the Maiden ain't easy. Only the fellas and me figured it was the best thing for him. The cheek on you! I'll
Bells
give you...
ring. Here it is.
Without...
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'll be going.
Aye. God be with you.
Greetings.
What was Lord Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
No.
Guard?
Must you?
Sorry.
You know, talk. Thomas is like ambassador.
I heard that...
Nicodemus.
Yeah.
That's
What?
he certainly.
Should I...
No, but you did.
Could I?
Aye.
I understand.
The Sawbones was a little reluctant when I told him I wanted to carry Thomas upstairs. The wounded are supposed to lie as close to the chapel as possible. Everyone knows that. Years ago, I heard from a man that something similar happened in Strahlenberg during the Margravate Wars. The Burgrave of the castle was seriously wounded. An enemy rider stuck him with a spear like a pig on a spit and pulled him halfway through the woods. No one thought he'd live to see the morning. But the castle chaplain, Petronel by name, ordered that the Burgrave must be close to the Lord when his hour came. There's this really high tower in Strahlenberg, on account of how it seems to get wider near the top. I saw it with my own 2 eyes on the road to Krakow when I was escorting Lord von Burgo there. When they took the Burgrave up there, spear and all, on Petronel's orders, the next day they were amazed. The Burgrave made a miraculous recovery. They say an angel descended there at night and pulled the spear out of the Burgrave's wound. Ever since then, they keep the spear on display at the castle. I understand the Sawbones. He didn't want to make it tough for Thomas, because climbing up to the maiden ain't easy. Only the fellas and me figured it was the best thing for him.
The 4th bell.
Greetings, Adela. How's he doing?
Pardon me for dis...
If you want to pray, go, unless you're...
No, I'm not.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister.
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been... Unless he returns soon...
Over there.
Maybe I could help.
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but... Well,
Where's the physician?
he's with Lord von Burgov. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Ratai, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
You're not permitted to be here.
The pillory's too good for
I
you.
surrender.
I'll chop you up on
Enough.
that spot. Felt like doing a bit of... For now, you'll...
Look,
What do you...
look.
Where...
It's like,
No.
they're wheel. Well, this yacht at high, then all of us, that girl made... Aye.
All right.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for medicine, for Captain Thomas.
Well, the Sawbones ain't here, so you're out of luck. Like the captain.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
What are you doing here? You aren't allowed here! Go to the guards, apologize and pay up right now.
I'm sure we can sort this out.
You have no business.
You know what? Just...
Leave. I won't. Time to go. You won't budge, eh? Do you want me to go for the guards? Apologize and pay up right now.
Easy. Let's talk about this.
You have no... Leave. I won't... Time to go! You won't budge, eh? Have it your way. Do you want me to go for the guards? Apologize and pay up right now.
You're not getting any compensation from me.
I've had enough. I'm calling the guard on you and he'll sort you out. Folks, help for God's sake! Help! Stop! You're that horrible man! Hey! You've got to arrest him. This one here! Here he is!
Here you are. Now I've got you.
Show your...
Want to see, you idiot?
Still resisting! Greetings, Adela. How's he doing?
Still the same. In a fever.
Thomas's rosary turned up, so I brought it to him. This wayfarer here found it, and he'd like to pray with Thomas, if you don't mind.
I...
How does it look?
Not very good. If you really want to help us, you'd better hurry. Hold on.
How does it look?
Not very good.
Clear off, ragamuffin.
Makes my stomach turn.
I noticed.
How could a...
One vagabond.
And what are you doing here?
I'm Prague University.
Oh.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit anxious about it myself.
Well,
Anyway, I'll examine.
yes.
Did you get advice from anyone about it?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. So I went to Kolin to see Professor Joachim.
Yes?
It's a little awkward for me to talk.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that
All right. The professor...
I would expect so.
Well, that I should get more silver into my body. When there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here.
Really? So you're taking it?
No, but there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other ad.
I understand. With your permission...
What?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look.
I'm When it comes upon me, I...
Your eyes...
No.
Do your hands...
Well, I'm not the youngest, but...
All right. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time?
No, not all.
Uh-huh. And these attacks...
Well, it's worse when...
And does it get worse in autumn?
Yes, it's usually worse in October.
All right. Tell me, sir, what do you usually...
Well, I ought...
So...
Yes, and pâtés, goose.
I see. Sir, I'm afraid you have a stomach ulcer. If it's not treated, you...
Good God.
The main thing is a strict diet. You have to eat boiled...
Gruel? Like a...
Yes.
What?
That's the way.
Can't you get me that potion right now?
I don't have the required remedy. Only, I don't have the apparatus for that. And also...
Don't worry about that. I expect you'll find everything you need. It's upstairs in the Crow.
I think so. But I was told to stay only in the outer courtyard.
Trouble? I'm the one who has trouble. Don't worry.
All right. I'll go and get some.
Good. If you'd be... And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning.
Careful!
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for medicine. For Captain Thomas.
Well, the Sawbones ain't here, so you're out of luck. Like the captain.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out...
I don't know or care. I was sent here by the Chamberlain.
that slimy toad.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Well, for instance, I could take... Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out and you'll still be here. So it'll be on you.
And you too, no?
Well, there's quite a big difference between you and me.
I get it.
And sometimes not.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon... There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up.
And what if there's nothing in...
Then tough luck.
That crackpot writes down everything he does.
All right.
And now get out of my way.
What was Lord Zemin's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food.
What about those Shh! Let's see what you've got.
Selling me stolen wares, eh? That means a lower price. How much do you want I'm done haggling. Take care then, and thanks for nothing. That's stolen. What are you trying?
sixth bell. Fanka the cook sent.
Jesus Christ.
She's not...
Again?
She told me you always open it with some...
Jesus, why do you...
I'm supposed to...
What? There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. I'd rather not ask where you... Just don't get up...
Sure. So I got what I...
It's in the...
Yeah, but I'm not allowed...
Never mind that. The seventh bell.
I should have taken it off the fire a bit sooner.
If anything goes missing there, I'll be after you.
And don't forget to light the fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon. And that doesn't do me any good. Oh. Careful and smile. You'll be happy to see him home.
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. And worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Rattay.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord?
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up.
All right, then.
Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, You tell me what happened here in Herrgott's Namen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
Ah. I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Ulrich here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Don't be surprised. My lord doesn't take kindly to those who insist on putting a rope round his neck.
I understand. I expect no one does. In any case, we'd have it a lot easier, your lord and I, if his behavior weren't so redolent of a bandit. Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. The jail cells are down there, but I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks.
You silly doggy.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
Was that you? Oh, never mind then.
Here, Mutt.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
I'm here for some horse tack.
Well, fuck, you got out of jail yesterday and today you've got a horse. Fuck, but you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get... I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. See you later, my friend. Oh, excuse me.
I took a look at Harry.
And?
I'll take him.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out, and he'll keep going for fucking ages. And he's a well-behaved, smart animal as well. An honest stock, too. From the Sameen stud farm. Not one of them stolen nags that... I've heard that wind is blowing from...
There are nomads around here.
Aye. I hear they're They've got horses there. God knows.
Well, useful to know.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him.
Well, I know the basics.
That's wise. The first thing is, pet him now and again when you're in the saddle. Then you actually best do that as soon as once you're mounted. Don't drive him too much over time. He won't trot too good and he won't move too fast neither. After all, the road and horses ain't stupid, mind. If you leave him standing around, he'll most likely go and find a trough where he can drink or maybe some pasture. So don't be surprised if you leave him alone.
All right. I'll bear that in mind.
And of course, the horse needs good kit. I've prepared some decent tack for you, so I don't get my arse whipped for not treating his mistakes don't go on. You can tack him up yourself.
Sure. Thanks.
Farewell.
Glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stauffenberg, or whatever the bastard's name is.
Ah, fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergov. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
Nah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us. That herbwoman, Bozhena, really helped us after that ambush. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word. And the word of a noble must be kept.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf...
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any...
Not on account of us, no.
Jesus. But right now, I'm not in the mood for sad stories. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up, then.
What are you whistling for?
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Bergov certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Bergov must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. Then he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
I reckon it'll be some time yet before you go to the next life and face judgment. Audentes fortuna juvat, remember?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
It's a shame I lost my flaming sword, though.
Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How could I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
Go! Quick! Quick! Ah! Quick! Quick! Ka! Ka!
Just a bit further.
Go! Whoa! Whoa!
I see the beauties of this landscape have bewildered. We need to continue to Nabokov. Are you ready? Henry? I see the beauties of this landscape have bewildered your senses. Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
Think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give...
So, what?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clear... I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. Audentes fortuna juvat! We turn right here.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us.
Hey, so Yaramir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer...
Please be patient for a...
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes.
He will.
Come along, so Yaramir will...
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov, and whom do I have the honor of...
Sir Hans Capon of... I am honored. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security.
Certainly, certainly. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after...
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected...
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with.
What? Hurtle has other duties.
15 horses? My word, sir.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's... So, tell me, sir. How did...
Well, it's a... But I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off...
No, he didn't. So, let's proceed to the real... Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And come along with me, we'll soon fix that. I'll make you... As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you
Cheers.
are, Michael. You can rely
I hope
on
you have
me.
an uneventful
And
shift.
you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Zvert and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad.
You
I
silly
can tell just by
doggy.
looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
Well, Henry? Fancy it?
I hear you're a keen dice player.
You heard all that. Take the weight off your... I play for high stakes and all.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like?
Nice.
And do you have the badge?
Soldiers.
And do you have the...
Courteous from me.
Let's play. Loose end, sir? Dice will help pass the time.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Henry, a word with you.
What? Oh, come on! Are you being cautious or cowardly? My God! Oh, come on! My God, I'm done. You know you can throw again, right? These ones here... Hmm. Finished. Your turn.
Henry, a word with you.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. No great loss. It wasn't that good anyway. These ones here... Damn it! They're yours, lad. Oh, come on! Great! And it's mine! You're out of luck, my boy.
I feel a lucky roll.
What game would you like?
Courteous from me.
Let's play.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me. These ones here... My God! Oh, come on! Kurwa! Bloody dice!
Henry, a word with you.
My God, I'm done. Finished. Your turn. These ones here.
You have a kind master.
If I was you, I'd take it. What can you do? Damn it! They're yours, lad. Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything. These ones here.
Henry, a word with you.
Excellent! And the money goes to me.
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself. So...
He's calling his loyal men to arms. To fight back.
Now you're talking. It's about time. How many men does Lord...
He's got some.
Well, I bet my left nut, Lord. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of...
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaram.
Ah, the way of the nobles. So your master, Lord Capon of...
One day he'll inherit several castles.
Well, and you're his what? Yeah, page?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. Since you're here, you've got time to kill. We can do something.
I accept your...
Then you're the right man in the right place.
Let's do it, Mike.
You don't have to... We've got some blood. We don't want to have...
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little...
Give me a long...
You must... Give me a moment.
Michael is the best from Aegon, and who von Virgo sent us smash him, Michael.
Careful with that iron.
Ah!
You think we'll have to
What
repair
the?
it, eh?
Bad luck.
I could watch. Fight for us, Michael.
I've been waiting for you. Polodnevok! Kurva! I'm wounded!
Watch out!
Oh! You son of a bitch!
A good fight.
Yeah, I'd say. I have.
Lord Capon's honour is...
That it has. All honour to you. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd... And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery.
Let me be, sir. I don't have anything to say.
Excuse me. I've got work to do.
Hey, sir. Got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
I'm sorry.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other
That's right. We're not from round here.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaromir in ages.
They told us they're Sir Yaromir's friends guarding the fortress against the... But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
Huh? I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. I may have the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk. I'm nothing like a hare, though.
Well, I've got
Lovely horses you have.
Aye. Right.
There must be more of them than men in the fortress.
That's right, sir.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business.
So there is something dodgy.
Bollocks! It's all above board. Why not do something for your own lord's honor instead of... We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your right.
I'll show you.
All right. The race is from here at the mill. There's this granary in front of... You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's... None of us can...
That's fair.
Great. I'll call Hurtle.
Good.
Ka! 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 Go! Ka! Ka! Quick! Come on! Ka!
Hup! 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 Whoa! Whoa!
Quick! Ka! Go! Go! Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, you gave it a go, but I reckon you could beat him. Getting away from his guard duty for...
I want to hear about the race was nice, but now I'm all the more interested.
Well, if you won't take no for... Well, lucky for... We came across a bunch of them bandits who... A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest... And we took their horses.
I see. Take good care of those.
I will. And if you don't have a sore ass from the saddle, we can have another... Getting away from his guard duty and having... Hurtle was first. Bad luck, sir. Nothing to be ashamed of.
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath stinks.
Good afternoon.
It's nice to meet someone from the
Is that so? Me and my brother want to... I'm staying.
Henry. You said you have a brother.
Aye. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. Or he does any work that's needed. He'd be better off learning a different trade. Have you got anyone next to you?
The war.
Sacre. He may be a bit... simple. Oh well. What's he like?
Brave. And what's your lord?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about... I reckon it's time I got back. Take care, sir.
God be with you. I don't want to pry, Michael.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a... If you insist. Sir Yaromir had these relatives, but they couldn't give it to him or something. See?
No, you are right.
Just so. Farewell, sir.
Huh?
What?
Well, I never. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Well, he didn't make it easy. And that's good. I don't like fighting with wretches who haven't a chance in hell.
It's a shame there aren't more like... Now, let's have a look. What kind of hosts would we be if I sent you back...
Oh, thanks. Well, I certainly can't refuse care from a lovely lass like...
Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye.
I'm glad.
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer.
Oh, I'm Clara.
My sword is at your service.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need.
My... legs.
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protect. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds...
I'll be happy to. At least...
The countryside's pretty round here. But shall we go?
Fuck me.
Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights. Or better still, about your...
Delph, where have you been? What have you seen?
In the hills above Sasau River, I discovered the enemy's hidden camp. I told the lords about it, and they assembled a force. Just like Lord von Berghoff is doing now. We approached under cover of darkness and attacked.
Clever. And how did it work out? Do tell.
It was indeed clever. But not on our part, unfortunately. The enemy learnt we were coming. So while we were in the field, they seized one of our unguarded castles.
I'd rather not hear what happened next. Storming castles tends to be a bloody business. Tell me more, please.
All right, then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too. This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my...
Just to Yaramir...
Not at all. He's a good master. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs.
For dawdling?
Maybe I'll tell you...
Sure. I'll be glad.
I need marigold, a lot of it ideally. Then poppy, it all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
All right. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'll wait here.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot.
You promised you'd tell me.
I will. Don't worry. Hurry.
Now tell me what's so important that you...
I wanted to give you a
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Should we stay a while longer?
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry. And thanks for your help.
It's a good thing you've come. We're all fit. Excellent! The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. What about you?
You could put it like, and I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all.
Really?
But not so loud.
The horses?
Exactly, the horses. Pelzel, the fella who looks after them, said they took them off, but Michael said that Nebak inherited them from some...
Nebak did get a bit...
Exactly. There's loads of horses here, but they can't...
It is peculiar.
Wait, that's not all.
All right.
I agree.
This place again. But it's good we're back. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. We should report it to Lord von Bergov.
Of course.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings.
I'm glad you got back safe. Now let's get Lord Capon. What news do you bring from...
First of all, Sir Yaramiri sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look at...
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses, suspiciously many. More almost than at the Semine stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. So Yadomir has a regular army of horses.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it...
Even Nabak himself, actually. He got quite...
Well, well. It seems that something fishy really is going on. Is that all?
I spoke to one of the... He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebokov now. And they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nebak hired mercenaries to protect the...
So Yaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fort.
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries.
Well, Henry, it seems something serious is going on at Nebakov, which we might be able to do surprisingly soon. We caught one of those bastards.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under...
And?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack.
What about...
That is just it. The men are superstitious, so they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold...
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. I don't know what you think about such... But if you want to try and get something out of him, make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt.
I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up...
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of it.
I'm glad you have already surprised me once or twice. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. Nevertheless, why something that might put us on the trail?
I'm afraid I can't help you. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
Nomads have settled at Vidlak.
I know. I cannot deny I would rather they moved away. Now, my personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. So if you want to take your mind off things or fence, you will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory.
Thank you, sir.